Food products make up 63% of a supermarket's disposed waste stream. That's approximately 3,000 pounds thrown away per employee every year. That's a lot of unsold food that usually ends up being tossed in the garbage. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, Safeway is one of the largest retail users of renewable energy in the United States. This company helps remove more than 10 million pounds of carbon dioxide from the air. Last year, they diverted 490,000 tons of materials from landfills, and 84,000 of it was composted. This is the greenest grocery store in Montgomery County. We are at the brand new Safeway in Bethesda, and with me is Craig Muckle from Public Affairs. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
You know what I'm excited about? This store is actually LEED certified. How did that happen?
Well, it's actually not quite LEED certified yet, but we expect it to be LEED certified. And what happens is, now that the store is officially open, which has been about 2 months, we will send our documentation into the U.S. Green Building Council, and they will look at how the store was built, all its mechanisms and all the other things we're doing operationally to determine where it shakes out on its certification matrix.
But even when you were doing the renovations, you had that in mind, is that correct?
Absolutely, because when you go into it, you can do things, and our expectation is that this will be a LEED Silver store.
This cast of glass panels was made from glass salvaged and recycled from the original building. Tell us the idea behind the art sculptures.
We took glass from the original store that was here and had it recrafted by a school in Prince George's County, Mount Rainier, Maryland, a Washington Glass studio, and they recrafted that art into art, and it's down in the parking area as people, and it's also positioned near the sidewalk so people can look at it, and it's a very nice decorative arrangement. It's really very unique, and it's the kind of thing that I think will make people feel like this is a part of Bethesda and it belongs here.
Recycling is nothing new to Safeway. I mean, since the 1960s, you were one of the first in the industry to actually start recycling cardboard. Where does this commitment come from?
Safeway believes in being a responsible member of the community. It goes to our philanthropy, and certainly sustainability is another one of those areas of responsibility that are important to us. So just to recycle, we want to be sensitive to our environment.
Safeway is now using RPCs, or reusable product containers, to get their wet pack produce to their stores. It may not sound like a big deal, but every time they use an RPC versus a corrugated cardboard box, they are diverting about 2 pounds of materials from the waste stream.
This is one of those crates, and a lot of the produce that's behind us, a lot of it, like head lettuce and things of that nature, some things that are in bags will come in these
and these are collapsible.
They are collapsible. So right now this is assembled, but they can collapse. And I didn't take a class on assembling it or disassembling it, but they will lay very flat. So it's about basically just flat would be this wide, and then we put it back on our trucks, and they're sent back, and they'll go back into the cycle. So instead of continually cutting down trees and things of that nature, now we have these that just get reused and reused, and obviously this makes a lot more sense than using cardboard.
You provide a lot of local and organic produce here. Is that a growing demand here?
As relates to organic produce, people are just interested in being healthy, and people equate organic with healthy, so we provide a number of varieties of not only fresh produce, organic produce, but also in our frozen food sections as well. So if you consider all of that, we have nearly 1,000 items of organic produce in any one store. So it's a very big deal, and we think that's an important selling point for customers that want to shop at Safeway.
Most people have no idea, but when food that could have been composted ends up in a landfill, it is contributing to the release of a gas called methane. As a greenhouse gas, methane is 20 times more potent than the carbon pollution that comes out of your vehicle's exhaust.
In the past, if produce didn't get used, we maybe would be able to donate if it was in a condition to be donated to the food bank, which we still, will do. But we do have a pretty extensive composting program now. In fact, our composting program is so large that the company we work with, Organic Diversion, we're like their largest client on the East Coast in terms of magnitude of product that we're able to compost. And not only are we composting produce, but we actually can compost floral. We can compost, believe it or not, Starbucks has compostable items. So there are lots of things in the store are compostable, and it's really been a big deal for us.
Sure, plastic bags are convenient, but Americans are using over 100 billion of them a year, and less than 1% of them are being recycled. You can help by gathering all of your plastic bags and dropping them off in a collection bin like this one, usually located at the entrance of your supermarket. Montgomery County retailers are now charging 5 cents for every paper or plastic bag provided to its customers. Hey, it's the law, but it's also a great incentive to increase the use of reusable bags. So save your nickels while reducing waste. Still ahead, more and more people are getting better about recycling, but we still throw away a lot. Find out why composting is so important.
If you know a company that has a green initiative or event that you believe we should feature on our show, contact us at thinkgreen@mymcmedia.org.
This episode has been brought to you in part by CTROM Information Technology. Access from anywhere, anytime, anyhow.